there comes a moment in everyone's life when they realize that the world is not as simple as they once believed. As children, we are taught that people are good. That kindness is returned with kindness. And that trust is the foundation of every relationship. We grow up believing that the people who smile at us truly care about us. But life has a strange way of teaching lessons that no school ever can. One day, without warning, someone you trusted deeply will break that trust. It may be a friend, a partner, or even someone you considered family. And in that moment, you begin to understand a painful truth. Not everyone who stands beside you truly stands for you. Trust is one of the most beautiful, yet dangerous emotions a human being can feel. When you trust someone, you give them a key to the most vulnerable parts of your heart. You allow them to see your dreams, your fears, your insecurities, and your weaknesses. You believe they will protect those things. But sometimes, the very people you trust become the ones who hurt you the most. It is not always because they hate you. Sometimes it is because they simply value their own desires more than your feelings. And when that happens, it feels like the ground beneath your feet disappears. Think about how many times you believed someone's words. Someone told you, "I will always be there for you." Someone promised they would never leave. Someone said they believed in your dreams. And for a while, you felt safe. You felt supported. You felt like you finally found people who understood you. But then one day, when you needed them the most, they were gone. Their promises turned into silence. Their support turned into distance. Their loyalty turned into betrayal. And suddenly, you were standing alone, wondering how everything changed so quickly. This is one of the hardest lessons life teaches people change, but their true nature rarely does. Sometimes people don't betray you because they suddenly became bad. They betray you because they were never who you thought they were. You simply believed the version of them they showed you. We often see people not as they truly are, but as we want them to be. We project our kindness onto them and assume they will treat us the same way we treat them. Unfortunately, the world does not always work like that. The truth is, many people enter your life for their own reasons. Some come because they need something from you. Some come because they are lonely. Some come because your success, your kindness, or your positivity makes them feel better about themselves. But once they get what they want, they slowly disappear. It hurts, But it also reveals an important truth. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. That doesn't mean you should become cold or hateful. It doesn't mean you should stop being a good person. Your kindness is not a weakness. Your ability to trust is not a flaw. The problem is not that you trusted someone. The problem is that you trusted the wrong person too quickly. Wisdom is learning the difference between those who truly care and those who are only passing through your life. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that everyone thinks the way they do. If you are loyal, you assume others are loyal. If you are honest, you assume others are honest. If you would never betray someone, you believe others wouldn't either. But life slowly teaches you that your heart is not a mirror of everyone else's. Some people smile while secretly competing with you. Some people encourage you while secretly hoping you fail. Some people stay close, not because they love you, because they are waiting for the right moment to benefit from you. This realization can feel heartbreaking. It can make you question everything. You may start wondering whether any relationship is real. You might ask yourself if anyone truly cares. But this is also the moment where you become stronger. Because once you see the truth, you stop giving your trust away so easily. You begin to understand that trust is something people must earn, not something you should hand over freely. Imagine your heart as a house. In the past, you may have left the door wide open, allowing anyone to walk inside. Some people came in, enjoyed the warmth, and then left without caring about the mess they created. Others may have taken pieces of your happiness with them. But now, you realize something important. Not everyone deserves to enter your house. Some people should remain outside. Some people should only be allowed in the living room, not the deepest rooms where your dreams and fears are kept. Learning to protect your heart is not about building walls so high that no one can reach you. It is about building doors that only open for the right people. Real friends will not force their way inside your life. They will prove through time and actions that they deserve your trust. They will show consistency, honesty, and respect. They will stand beside you, not only during your victories, but also during your struggles. One painful truth is that betrayal often comes from the people closest to you. Strangers rarely hurt you deeply because they never had access to your heart. But when someone you trusted breaks that trust, the pain feels personal. It feels like a piece of your identity has been shaken. Yet even this pain carries a hidden gift. It teaches you awareness. It teaches you strength. It teaches you to see people more clearly. Some of the strongest people in the world are those who have been betrayed, but still chose to move forward. They did not allow bitterness to destroy them. Instead, they used their experiences to become wiser. They learned that trust should be built slowly, like a bridge, one strong step at a time. And if someone tries to rush across that bridge without proving themselves, they simply don't deserve to cross it. The truth is, the only person you can completely rely on is yourself. At the end of the day, when everyone else goes home and the world becomes quiet, you are the one who remains with your thoughts, your struggles, and your dreams. That is why believing in yourself is the most important form of trust. When you trust your own judgment, your own strength, and your own resilience, other people's actions lose the power to destroy you. There will still be good people in your life. Not everyone is fake. Not everyone is selfish. But those people are rare, and that is exactly why they are valuable. Real loyalty is not loud. Real loyalty is quiet, consistent, and patient. It does not need constant promises. It proves itself through actions again and again. The journey of life is not about trusting everyone. It is about learning who deserves your trust. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, and every disappointment is not just pain. It is a lesson guiding you toward wisdom. The goal is not to stop trusting completely. The goal is to trust wisely. So if someone once broke your trust, do not see it as the end of your story. See it as the moment your eyes opened. See it as the day you stopped being naive and started becoming strong. Because the strongest people are not those who were never hurt. The strongest people are those who were hurt, but refused to let that pain define them. Remember this, your heart is valuable. Your dreams are valuable. Your time and energy are valuable. Do not give them to people who treat them carelessly. Protect your peace. Protect your focus. Protect your future. Because the right people will never ask you to prove your worth. They will recognize it naturally. In a world full of temporary connections and hidden intentions, your greatest power is awareness. Learn to observe people not by what they say, but by what they consistently do. Words can be beautiful and convincing, but actions reveal the truth. And at the end of the day, when you look back at your life, You will realize that every betrayal made you stronger. Every disappointment made you wiser. And every painful lesson pushed you closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. So don't trust anyone too easily. Trust slowly. Trust wisely. And most importantly, trust yourself.